ASL Challenger League Group Stage Round of 32.
The Silver League Terran in blue, who is calling for a pause. It is... I assume we'll still introduce him even though it's paused.
I think so, no idea.
Yeah. No, we won't. Damn it. They're not going to do it. Okay.
All this hard
As soon as
work
it's
for nothing.
unpassed. Okay. Never mind, I guess. Two, one. All right, we have a blue Terran player, and his name is...
Necroshader.
And then also up on the top right-hand side of it, we have from, think it's like Infinity North America or something like that.
Yeah,
I forget
believe
what
it
it
is.
is. Yeah, that's it. Is our red Terran player, and he is...
Tourgasm.
And so far, pretty mirror built. Just going for the barracks, or the depot right at the ramp. Probably will be a barracks as well. But pretty much in step so far.
Yeah,
Tourgasm, though, is actually already cutting SCVs. I don't know if that's on purpose. He is getting the barracks much quicker.
he's getting the barracks at 11,
Yeah.
as well as followed with a gas, so probably see some earlier Reapers than Necroshader.
Yeah.
Because he's getting his gas first and then goes into a 14 or 15 barracks. Well, 13 barracks still, but yeah.
Yeah, so that definitely could lead to a bit of an issue. I think one Reaper does usually beat a Marine, particularly since it can bounce in and out and heal itself.
Yeah.
So can do it. So I wonder if there is, intended quick aggression there. He will have just about the 15 gas as soon as this finishes. And is the Reaper going to start? Yes, there it goes.
Yeah. The second barracks is getting made by Necroshader, though, which is not that unusual at times. I mean, some people like to get a lot of earlier Marines in TVT.
Yeah.
To feel more secure.
Yeah, actually going right for a reactor on the first one there too, and taking a second gas. So he's not going to have anything out right away as this Reaper comes, but then his production will obviously go up from there.
Yeah. And this Reaper can do some damage.
Yeah, even if it just gets a few SCVs, it certainly can be a big deal, and he's going to get in certainly before anything's built. He's actually not even building out of this second barracks yet. He's going for a reactor on that as well, so he's going to have free reign for a fair bit of time at least.
The Tourgasm scouts both reactors, so...
Yeah, sees that it's going on. He's actually building double Reaper.
Well, if one Reaper is good, why not two Reapers?
Yeah, exactly. Can't go wrong. He's going after these SCVs on gas. Ends up really pick off the third one.
Tourgasm is making now Marines as well as just putting a factory down and the other barracks just finished, so... Two Reapers are...
Getting around with these SCVs. At least he's denying a lot of mining time here. Necroshader pulling back the weakened ones. And I think he's going to end up getting cleaned up by these Reapers. He could go after these two red SCVs and finish them off. I think he got one. Yeah, no, he didn't. So
They've
just
got two
kills.
SCVs in total.
Yeah, he could have gotten, I feel like 5 or 6. If he had,
at least 4.
If he had target fired down. But yeah, he
4
let
more
the damage
Reapers
get.
Is Necroshader going for the mass Reaper build?
It looks like it. Yeah, yeah. He's going to be up to 8 very shortly. There's a decent amount of bio coming out, and we've got Tourgasm going for a second command center. Reapers can be really strong early, but they also don't really... They're not the best, like, complete toe-to-toe fighter.
They
There is,
scale.
and he doesn't want to lose those two. Even just losing that one is.
Lost one.
I should finish that.
Tourgasm lost his own one as well, but
Yeah.
he has Marines to back it up now. If he's making a Widow Miner too, he is fine. Or Hellions as well.
Yeah, it's going to be Hellions.
And more and more.
Necroshader's actually building a bunker on the low ground there to block that command center from coming down. I expect him to jump up as soon as these two come into play.
He will be at 10 Reapers in total if the next 3 finishes as well. Stimpack just started, so the only thing Tourgasm has to do is defend this 10 Reaper push, and he is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think every second that Necroshader is waiting is kind of to his detriment. As the Hellions come out, they're going to do a good amount of damage. There's not a lot of area to jump up here too, and they're just taking splash.
Yeah, he already lost 5 Reapers so far.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he's
to be
making
honest,
more and more, so I don't know.
yeah, it's a little odd to do. It's honestly probably the worst map to do it on as well.
Yeah,
You can
there are only
only-
like 2 little spots where they can jump onto.
Yeah, exactly. You can only jump up in this area. He's going to double down and try and get another bunker, so he'll still be able to macro behind this while his opponent, I guess, is limited on that.
He is getting a Widow Mine, so one of the sides is totally covered with a Widow Mine. And the other side is covered by 2 Hellions and a lot of Marines, so I do not see Necroshader doing anything with his mass Reapers by now. He's still making more.
We've got a sensor tower in the main base to cover where the Reapers might jump up. That's actually kind of clever. But even though he's really well covered anyway.
At 3 bunkers in on the low ground now. He's kind of trying to contain Tourgasm as long as can, while his own natural is getting up and mining. Now
Yeah,
15
that's-
Reapers are on the field for Necroshader, which is
Yeah,
so much. He's
it's-
just making more and more.
Yeah, I think he's kind of overdoing it there by about 10. Yeah, once the Reaper attack failed, really should have switched back into something else. Even if he was still going to rally them forward and put them in bunkers, I'd rather have something other than Reapers to do it. But Widow Mine instantly going off.
Which was smart by
Necroshader
Necroshader
cuts
bonus
it.
and 1.
Yeah.
He's-
It
Just
does
kinda
pick off
kills
the.
it.
Yeah, it does pick that off. There is now the orbital command landed on the low ground.
Which is a smart idea because Necroshader probably thinks that he is containing Tourgasm now because he has not his natural up. He just took the common third base by Terrans and just mining off there. Even though Necroshader had like 10 workers, he made so many Reapers that are, the more the game goes on, the more useless they become.
Yeah, they're just not the best thing to have out there. He's throwing down 3 more barracks. On top of this, he's still making more Reapers, 4 at a time. And I just don't know why he's doing that, but it's granted they're mobile and everything. But wouldn't it be
are
nice to
mobile,
have wouldn't it be nice to have something that shoots up a little bit?
Indeed, they are very mobile, but they die so quick as soon
Yeah.
as they.
Exactly. Yeah, they're fragile.
He also
They're fragile.
already 7 Reapers this game, and he made. And
He
still
does
has-
find the other CC.
But this just lifts up. Yeah, he will lose 3 SCVs, but
Yeah, it could certainly be a lot worse. Got a little mining out of it anyway. The tank kind of shelling down on these bunkers once again. He's going to have to evacuate the position or at least move him back a tiny bit.
yeah, I like the fact that Tourgasm is using his other command center for high ground, for vision.
Don't go up there.
We'll lose 1
Oh,
tank.
it gets 1 tank. That's actually not too bad for what he lost some Reapers.
Lost 3 Reapers for that, I believe.
And he just can't come in like that.
He will lose all of his Reapers, and the tank only lost like half of his HP, which is
Yeah, not the
Think
trade
bad
that
because
you
we
want to
can't
be
get
doing at all. It's so much gas to be losing. It's 50 gas for each of these Reapers, and it's just a sunk cost at this point. Necroshader's economy is a lot better. He's got tons of minerals and a lot of gas, but he's not producing nearly enough to consume it all. But getting add-ons on each of these barracks, he'll soon be able to ramp his production up fairly significantly.
Tourgasm now is trying
Big
to...
engagement coming here. Yeah, he really wants to move down.
So far, all in favor of Tourgasm. He only lost 1,025 researches comparing to the 2,775 by Necroshader.
Yeah, definitely the case. In terms of what's lost, that's certainly true, but Tourgasm has been so delayed in getting anything out onto this low ground. Now he's going to clear it up and finally be able to land safely. Yeah, he's built 3 command centers in his vein in the time that he's been kind of waiting there. So he should be able to expand a lot once if he likes to.
Yeah. Necroshader is now making his turrets as well, but
yeah.
Tourgasm has 3 bases up already if he lands them all 3. So his production can go up, in SCVs at least, can go up quite a lot quicker than Necroshader with a little bit supply book through right now.
Looks like he's actually taking the gold right away. I get the feeling these troops are still just auto-rallied across the map and they're going to die as soon as they get in range. Now he does turn them around, realizing that that's the case. But I think he does still have, these barracks were still rallied over and he just corrected that.
Yeah. In the meanwhile, Tourgasm managed to squeeze out +1 attack while the one of Necroshader is not even halfway done. As well as Stimpack and concussive shells have been researched, so Tourgasm in that way hasn't been behind at all. He managed to squeeze out every upgrade he needs for his Marines. Combat shield nearly done as well.
Yeah, definitely. Also, just having that number of tanks out at this point is definitely a major benefit, whereas Necroshader's gone for the Widow Mines, which is good against the squishy bio, but not as good, obviously, against the tanks. And it's going to be harder to approach those.
Yeah, indeed. I'm wondering if Tourgasm will see this gold base being there. If so, it's easy to snipe because the rocks are still up.
Yeah, he
connecting the natural to the fort.
So right to the natural, though. None of these Widow Mines are burrowed. That's just unfortunate. One group coming in. Will he actually burrow those? Kind of pulling back.
He's pulling back, and still no burrow has happened.
Yeah,
now they're all burrowing.
But he'll be able to shell some of them down.
His siege tank are out of range though for the last 5 that are burrowed. 6 right now.
Yeah, he will leapfrog up there, get the siege tank, but he's going to have to blow another scan if he does want to do it.
Necroshader is now getting his Stimpack, his combat shield, and his concussive shells. But
I like this. He's going to go. Okay, I like the idea, but he got seen doing it. He is trying to drop these forces in the back so that he can attack from both sides. But getting a little too close before dropping. I don't know. He
still tries, so.
Yeah, he is trying to break through now, but I don't think he's really going to be able to. The tank just doing too much damage.
The tank is still alive as well.
Yeah, is breaking through.
SCVs are getting pulled.
And pulled into the tank fire. They're just
still he's ahead in workers, so it's not that he was behind in workers and now even more. Tourgasm is doing a nice job though.
Yeah, it's the way that he just leapfrogged the tanks up, certainly very good. I guess Necroshader is going to try and defend the high ground. I think he might lose this orbital unless he repairs it, and he does not.
Oh, he loses it. I think Tourgasm still should drag his tank a little bit closer and using his Medavex's high ground vision.
Yeah.
He can shell away on
the front. Yeah, to stop that bunker from going up or anything. He's also not really aware that the 3rd and 4th base exist. He could just take a couple Marines, send them over, and clean those up, but I don't think he does it there. This,
He hasn't scouted there at all. He's keep rallying units now across the map.
Now, very quickly with these tanks actually unsieged here, Stimpack is just about to finish your Necroshader. If he does want to just bum rush down this ramp, there was a window there, but now he is in fact sieged. And I think that's what he's going to do anyway, just kind of charging on down. There is a lot more bio for him, but the tanks are still quite good.
Tanks are shelling away quite heavily on the units, but
yeah, the last tank will get taken out, but at the loss of at the loss of most of his army. I think his production is good enough that he eventually could break out of here, but more tanks are coming to join, and it will just get harder and harder the longer he waits.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, nice gap closing there to pick off 2 more tanks, and he'll reclaim control of his natural. If he can get all these medevacs, but they are boosting out.
Which was nice for Tourgasm. He still hasn't seen the 3rd and the 4th being there, even though there are only 4 SFVs on boat. Being one of them being a gold base does help a lot mineral income wise.
Yeah, and now it's Tourgasm with kind of that huge bank, 1,600 minerals that he has and is not currently using. He has made a 4th command center is now floating out. He is throwing down some more production in the form of 2 factories, and it is kind of the tanks that are going to dominate this army from Necroshader.
I just wanted to say that 2-2 hasn't been started for Tourgasm, but just about what I wanted to say, he starts both of them up.
Yeah, exactly.
So he is still ahead in upgrades wise as well.
Yeah, in almost every aspect now, he is ahead. He finally has the worker lead after killing a lot there at the natural base.
So
he
killed 22 workers so far. And he killed 27 Reapers. That's how many Reapers have been made in this game.
That's a little excessive.
It's a lot of gas.
Yeah, that is a lot of. I mean, that's over 1,300 gas. That was. I guess almost wasted, essentially. Looks like he's moving out again. Tourgasm is.
Necroshader, I think he was planning to move out as well because all of his units are loaded in the medevacs.
Yeah, they might actually even pass each other here along the way without actually seeing what's going on. There is the planetary fortress at the 3rd base. Is this going to make Tourgasm turn around, or is it going to make Necro turn around, or are we just going to try and race?
Well, if they're going to race, Necroshader doesn't know about the 4th base, the gold one, but now scanning reveals that there is a 3rd one.
Stemming in here, probably going to go right after the planetary does in fact do so before any repair happens, and clears all this stuff out.
Tourgasm wasn't doing anything with the units he had over there. It's now stimming in, getting into the main, kind of forcing Necro to come back as well.
Yeah, he does get in. That's a lot of Marines. He's going to want to be careful that he doesn't just get the tanks dropped directly on, but it looks like that's not the route his opponent's going for. And he's going to make sure he doesn't just lose the medevacs along the way.
A lot of SCVs have been pulled and died as well. The tanks are unsieged. And they're getting picked
after
up
all
now.
that, getting a lot of medevacs there as well. And Necroshader came up pretty well in that exchange. I still don't think he's where he wants to be. His economy is about half his opponent right now, but
but he denied. He killed a planetary and an orbital.
Yeah, he definitely won that little trade-off in both sides.
Indeed, but the economy of Tourgasm is still way higher than him. 3-3 is on the way, as well as weapons for his vehicles. So his tanks will shoot even harder than they already do.
Yeah, definitely true there. There's a few idle SCVs as well for Necroshader right now, and he really should be kind of moving those over to the gold or making some use out of them. Also not actually making more SCVs. He's dumping all of his money into the bio.
No, I probably don't think he knows how many SCVs he lost. I think he still thinks he's in a good spot, but
yeah, not quite realizing. He's starting to make some at the gold right now.
just good for him. But the longer this game goes on, the more it will be in favor of Tourgasm, just because of the amount of economy he has still left. He's making other command centers in the meanwhile to replace the ones he lost, as well as another sensor tower, so he will not get surprised yet again.
I wish he would go over to the Zelnaga and stand there. It just gives him a lot more vision of what's going to happen. But he will skip that. And I think he's just going to charge right in to his death.
Siege tanks are shelling away.
Yeah, you just cannot attack like that into literally 8 siege tanks. It just doesn't work that way.
If he made some siege tank of himself, he could have sieged up and killed the 3rd or 4th base, depending on how you look at it. Because it's kind of vulnerable at this point.
Yeah, it really is. I just don't... Like, he doesn't know it's there at all. But he does see a supply depot. I think he's going to find it now. And,
and he's coming in.
He's going for the repair now, though. But will ultimately go down.
The stim is just too strong. He did lost some units in the meanwhile, though.
Oh, could actually do well here without the tank support.
The Tourgasm backs off, which is, I think, the best choice he has. A lot of SCVs are now near the tank, which he could send to his third base.
Yeah, this is kind of strange. I feel that Necroshader has been doing better militarily, but his economy is just lagging so far behind that I think it's going to catch up to him.
Yeah. Necroshader made a little mistake there, that all his SCVs were kind of on hold position.
Yeah.
Because he was mining literally nothing for a while. He is mining more minerals per minute thanks to the gold base than Tourgasm does, but as soon as Tourgasm gets his SCVs sorted and his mules, he will be ahead instantly yet again.
I think he's coming in here once again and he's just going to get shelled down. He cannot take this fight and he's going to.
Even dropping a mule, I don't know why that was needed for, but yeah, he's losing everything.
Yeah, all these are going to die unless they get away. A couple of them go down. Yeah, that's a shame. He had already poked up there once and should have known he cannot go up there like that. There's just too many tanks to deal with at this point. Even if he had that army, he's never going to get in there. There's a whole bunch of basically another whole army sitting in his main base that has not been rallied out yet. There, it's coming now.
Yeah, but still, the difference in army is even more than 50 right now.
Yeah, so we're now basically double the supply for Tourgasm. He is moving in. If he sees the gold, then that's kind of the last hope that his opponent had. But he can kind of do this any which way now.
Yeah, even the upgrades are 3-3 for Tourgasm, only 1-1 for Necroshader, and he is upgrading his vehicles as well. So his tanks will do even more damage than they already do.
Yeah, nothing's really going to stop this. What did he just killed his own tank? But
that's probably
regardless, yeah.
But look at that army just melting away from the tank fire.
So, and they'll finally get in here, clean up all the production. And
there's nothing he can do.
Yeah, this should be the end of Necroshader. He does GG out, and Tourgasm takes game 1.
Necroshader.
And his opponent over on the right-hand side of the map in the fashionable and classic red is going to be Infinity North America's
Tourgasm.
see what does come out of these players. I imagine just Diva first at the ramp, like normal. And then we'll get deviation from there.
Yeah, at least as we can see, none of them lifted up to the gold base, so
Yeah.
we're fine with that.
Disappointing. Disappointing.
Yeah,
But,
I wanted to
but
see
oh
some
well.
gold base action today.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Well, still can happen. I mean, still can be the second base.
Yeah, SCV going at the scouts. Barracks is going down. No signs of gas, or there's one from Necroshader. So he is going gas first yet again. And yes, Chips, I am drinking the old school Coors. Someone left it at my place over the weekend.
I'm
So I
jealous now.
didn't buy it, but yeah. So I'm wondering if he is opening the gas first again. Usually that's an indicator of something like a factory, but obviously we saw him do the Reaper thing.
Yeah,
This
but
is another, yeah. This map,
I think
if
it's
anything,
the
is
worst
worse.
map.
Yeah,
It's Reapers. There's literally only one spot they can jump on.
Yeah.
To get to the main and into the natural, it's like not even that better. So seeing Reapers on the map would surprise me a lot.
He did it in the last one. I hope he won't do it this time. But we shall see what he does decide to add on there. Marine coming out for a Tourgasm right away. And a factory, yeah. So it will be factory-based play. I expect that he'll make Widow Mines, since that is what he opted for earlier last game.
Yeah, which Widow Mines are not bad if your opponent doesn't really see them coming. But if you don't burrow them and then burrow them like
double SCV there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Two Marines poking around. I think they're just going to take a look around to make sure nothing's proxied or anything weird is going on.
Well, Tourgasm is taking his own factory now, so they're quite equal in build, except that Necroshader went for the factory quicker than the Marines. He's getting his other gas as well.
Actually, double factory here for Tourgasm, so just pounding that back, and a starport for Necroshader.
Well, with the Tech Lab, I probably think it will be Cloud Banshees.
Cloud Banshees, yeah. Yeah, I imagine he'll swap those out when that is done. Could work, for sure. But there is an engineering bay coming down in Tourgasm's base, so he's going to have the ability to drop a turret.
Just good for his Banshees. We will see what's if he scouts it. It's good for him, but probably won't happen. Yeah, Starport is getting switched, and I definitely think local get researched. Yep, there it is.
There it starts, and the Banshee is coming out. Runs into a little supply block here. Necroshader does, and he's actually going to have to clear that up pretty quickly. Two depots coming down. That's going to halt his SCV production a fair bit.
Tourgasm is getting a turret at a tower at his left side of his base. So
yeah, that can definitely be avoided, but if he just kind of blindly walks into it, then that's no good.
Yeah, it's easily avoidable, but it's also like unexpected because you do not think your opponent will have already a turret up.
Yeah, not spot at least either, and it will provide vision, a pretty good radius.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. Banshee coming across now. The cloak won't be done for another 30 seconds or so, so he'll get there slightly before that, but there's actually not, the Marines are all down in the bunker at the natural, so he's got a little bit of free reign for the time being. There's the turret.
It does take a lot of damage, but he saw it instantly, so he could get away.
Yeah, well, loop around.
Scan is coming down from Necro just to make sure that it's...
there's a Widow Mine that's going to try and burrow. Second one, but he does get the cloak off.
I just think it's just out of range for it.
And then the turret.
There is a turret in the
It's now,
mineral line, so
there
He
is
should
room
be
to swing
safe.
around the gas, but yeah.
I think Tourgasm is doing a little bit of an overreaction, dragging all his SCVs just to the one spot.
And knowing the turret's there, he's still going to fly the second Banshee into it and lose it. Which is unfortunate.
Tourgasm is not mining because all his SCVs are still doing their gain. He realizes it, so. He does have a second base, so he's ahead in bases. He's making already a missile turret in his natural, but yeah, the Banshee got taken down by the Widow Mine.
Yeah, both of them are gone, and I don't think that did literally
It did
any
nothing.
damage. Yeah,
Literally nothing. The only
Yeah.
SCV, you lost one SCV, but it was the SCV that got killed in the middle of the map.
Yeah, exactly.
Now Necroshader is taking his natural, but it's quite delayed comparing to his opponent's one. It was already an orbital command, so.
Well, it's funny. The Tourgasm is actually researching high-sec tracking to improve the range of his turrets.
Yeah, maybe he thinks about more Banshees will follow up, but
Yeah,
as we can cheat out, we know that it isn't like that.
Yeah.
The observer cheats are nice.
Definitely legitimate map hacks.
We cannot get banned for it.
Yeah. Two more factories coming out of Tourgasm here, and looks like he's committing to that pretty hard.
He's definitely going on Mac based because 2 factories at Bio is already quite a lot, but 4, nobody goes 4. So
Definitely have a few tanks here by Necroshader as well, but I think Tourgasm's positioning and so on of his army looked a lot better in the first game, at least.
yeah, there are 2 Widow Mines of Tourgasm just standing in front of his natural ram, just doing nothing.
Yeah.
They're not burrowed, but
I'm just
he will
looking.
probably see that soon. Both are going for a Raven, which is quite surprising.
Yeah, a little odd. I guess can be good to sweep up Widow Mines, but
Yeah,
often takes a lot of control to use a Raven really well. He's coming in here now. 2 Widow Mines will burrow.
he's getting blue flame, so he's definitely going to the max side of things.
He's just going to sack 2 Marines to get those.
He just unburrows one of the others before it went off.
Yeah. We'll clear those to Scantipede in a very dangerous location. But
Poor
it's
little
currently,
thing.
it's currently safe.
The tank will keep him safe.
Yeah. And,
But Tourgasm will have to watch out with his Raven that it doesn't go too forward.
oh, he's going to lose like a lot of these SCVs that came down to try and repair this supply depot.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't
Tourgasm
think
is a
that
bit
was
stuck in
right.
his base now, so, but Necroshader will not be able of breaking him without losing way too much.
Yeah, he's not going to get up there at all. It's just too hard to actually move in, but Necroshader does seem to like these contains.
Which can be very well on some kind of maps, like on these kind of maps. Now he's taking his third.
Yeah.
He's gold bio, he could maybe take the gold base, but seeing siege tank is not the smartest thing to do, because just one person at the watchtower is more than enough to give vision towards the mineral lines.
Yeah, exactly. He's actually taking 2 bases at the same time once again.
If he can keep
He's-
containing his opponent, it's very good for him, but
Yeah, he's going to have to make sure that he gets air control somehow, though. And if Viking numbers are allowed to just pile up, then that could be a problem. Corvid reactor being researched for Tourgasm to help improve his Ravens.
which is something you otherwise never see.
Yeah. Basically, never.
Never. It's like that.
Yeah.
It's like that upgrade Terrans use. They have do like in the end of games, like, oh, I have so many
Yeah.
minerals and gas. You know what? Let's
I'll just
upgrade
get
it on.
this. No. Hunter Seeker missile coming in on one of these tanks, and we'll take it
Will
out.
die, so... That one tank is very low, but can get repaired in time. It will survive.
Yeah, definitely a tense little battle here. 2 Widow Mines immediately just dying as they pop out.
He's getting more and more Ravens, so he probably will think about making even more Ravens. Ravens are very good versus tanks.
Necroshader's throwing down 2 starports with reactors now, so I think he's going to start pumping out Vikings a lot. Or at least that's what I would hope he does, to just completely take the air.
Drilling claws is getting researched, so his Widow Mines would nearly burrow instantly, and he's making a lot of LBAPs. Which do not require any research anymore, just a factory is more than enough, an armor even, it's more than enough to get there. 2 Ravens are now in the field, and I don't think none of them, one of them has just enough energy.
Got a lot of SCVs being transferred on down to the 3rd base, it looks like. Or
Yeah,
actually,
the
maybe the 4th, yeah.
for the income of Necroshader is going to be swinging out of control very soon, while Tourgasm is kind of stuck on 2 bases.
Yeah, he's got pretty strong production. Unfortunately, a huge supply block on Necroshader right now. It's capped at 132, but still his supply is much higher than Tourgasm right now.
Yeah, that's the only disadvantage about going mech. Your supply doesn't really go for it. It takes so long to build something, and you really need gas and kind of 4 bases to be very productive with. But he is kind of stuck on 2 bases now. He's getting quite contained. Marines on the 4th base, checking it out if it's not there, if it gets landed. So
Yeah,
Necroshader is in a very good spot in this game.
He is, yeah. I mean, he definitely is. However, like I said, he's been supply box since I said it, and he's not building. He just threw down the little depot add-ons from his command center. He's just now building some supply depots.
Yeah,
so he's got to learn to clear that sort of thing up, because that's been holding him back a fair bit in this game.
4 Vikings still already on the field, which is a lot.
One will fall from Necro there.
And yeah, Necroshader is making a lot of Vikings because he knows that his opponent is going for the Ravens.
Yeah, he's got to get air control if he wants to do this with tanks and continue this contain. He's eventually going to get Hunter Seeker on all these tanks if he doesn't have anything to deal with it. One more going down.
Sad though that the poor Scantipede has been killed by it.
Yeah.
That's
just criminal. But just
Tourgasm
huge reinforcements coming across here.
Yeah, it keeps rallying over and over and over, and a lot of Vikings already on the field. But he's now getting his stim back, his combat shield, and so on. I think he even cancelled one of the upgrades.
Yeah, Viking count now for Necroshader is quite good. He's going to go directly after some of these Ravens.
Yeah, it will be at it would be at 9, but he lost 1, so. Yep, that's another Raven that's gone.
There's a lot of Widow Mines.
Yeah.
He can't go near these.
It's 10 Widow Mines that are there. 9 even.
He's going to get hit by this one. Boom. And that's a lot of Vikings lost. It's going to pull that guy away. It does.
I have to say, nice reaction.
Yeah.
Also by Tourgasm, because Necroshader kind of wanted to do the splash damage.
The splash, yeah. Yeah, he tried to pull it into the middle line. Always fun. Yeah, that's a little counterproductive.
2 Vikings just by the turret, and yeah. Now 1 is on the floor.
Check him back up. Yeah, he wants to keep that count high. He should really, I think he really has to get to a point that he's got enough Vikings to one-shot Ravens and just duck in and out, in and out.
Yeah. A lot of missiles going on too. That will kill like almost all the tanks
Almost all.
at this one.
And
Just more and more units streaming across the map.
is he looking to plant 3 orbital commands on the low ground? 4?
I think Necroshader is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit. It's like, well, I'm going to make these on planetaries and you're stuck.
Yeah.
There are still a lot of Widow Mines there. Getting taken out now.
Yeah, he'll clear up a bunch. Not the perfect. Oh, he actually picked up a good chunk of those so that they wouldn't die.
Was a nice reaction by Necroshader by pulling that just the one Marine out. I got the Hunter Seeker missiles.
Yeah, that can be hard to do with Marines. They're so small that it can be hard to see what's happening.
Yeah, it's like
Combat's
having
coming in.
it's like having a big clump of air units, and one of them gets Seeker. It's hard to see which one it is. Well, these Salvets are just dying. But all the Widow Mines are now back from cooldown, so as soon as he walks over them again, he will lose a lot of his units.
Yeah, I wish he was replenishing tanks here as well. Okay, at least gets a Raven for all that. And a ton more Widow Mines just coming on in.
He
I think
lost
he's getting
already.
too close, yeah.
Yeah, he's getting.
Oh, that was a big hit. Another big series of hits.
But there is a Raven nearby that's giving him vision.
Yeah, you can actually see it. Yeah, once
Again,
again,
a
a
nice
good pull
reaction.
out. Yeah. Oh, even use it to splash on the Widow Mines.
And he killed one with it.
Pretty good there.
12 Widow Mines have been killed by so far, and more following.
I mean, right now, Tourgasm's main is mined out. He has dropped at the gold base, one of his command centers. He's also taken the third, or at least is building at the third.
Yeah, I don't think Tourgasm had any other choice than doing something like that, because he was getting mined out everywhere.
Oh, is he going to take big shots here yet again? Necroshader, I think, getting a little impatient, though. I don't think he has to do this attack, and
He
should
does.
not have.
He's losing a lot of army for kind of no reason.
Yeah.
Still, he doesn't
he
know
lost
about the
the
gold
whole
base, but as soon as one mule gets dropped, or one SCV gets there, he will see it instantly. Because he keeps running units past the watchtower.
Yeah, it does at least scan, sees that the third base is going up. Well, swing on in to try and clear it.
A nice, quick cancel, but and 2 more Ravens are getting produced, so Tourgasm really likes his Ravens.
Yes.
He's also getting his air weapons, air armor, I think, even up, so making
Yeah,
the
it's
fight
getting up
even
to
stronger.
+3. It's gonna be pretty crazy.
It's gonna be
Like,
very
once again,
hard.
some more Widow Mines just running on down. A few of them, yeah, they're not gonna get picked up. Another big series of hits, and his Raven that was there is gone.
Yeah, his Raven got picked off, which is a nice deal. Means that the observing has gone, so those Widow Mines will not be detected unless he scans.
He's got to start seeing that this gold base is there.
Yeah, but so far no reactions on it
Yeah.
as
It is mining. He should be able to see it, but it's a matter of whether he's paying attention.
yeah, I think it's probably so focused on the
And
normal
he's
fight.
got to stop doing that. He keeps making this good amount of Vikings and then just runs them directly or lands them.
in
for
even
no-
lands them, yeah.
for no apparent reason.
He does still have the economy to back his all up, but
Yeah.
even he is getting mined out. His
Oh,
main is already gone, his natural
yeah.
is still a little bit okay.
And he's just letting the Widow Mines be so cost efficient. It's crazy. One of them there with 9 kills. He's just letting them walk directly up to him and kill him.
Yeah. Some SCVs of Tourgasm are kind of wanted to fight. I think that's a miss rally. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that exactly was. The Widow Mine's
Well,
now joining.
The gold
Once
has
again.
been seen, but the 2 Vikings that were there already died literally instantly.
Yeah.
Of the 3rd being there.
Now he does actually finally know that this is here, so that will help. But the 3rd base is now established, and he's got a whole minefield of mines to go through to get to it, and he doesn't seem to know how.
So far, Tourgasm is doing a nice job, cost-effective wise, because they've only been on 2 bases for so long.
And he's got a big bank. Well, both of them do, but both of them aren't actually spending their money, really. At least Tourgasm is getting the upgrades and so on.
There are at the moment 8 Ravens on the field, and I personally think that he just should fly with his Ravens, of at least like 5 of them, towards the main of Necroshader and drop tons and tons of turrets.
Turrets, yeah. He's just going to lose all these Marines again.
Yeah.
And he's going to run the remainder through it. There's some up.
And nice splitting, but
yeah, actually is really good.
So far this game is really going kind of bout-waist.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Necroshader was dominant just a few minutes ago. He is finally doing what more people should do, which is you've got this crazy bank, make like 10 facilities at the same time. Just do it. Like, you have to spend your money. And that is what he's finally doing. There's multiple factories, which he's not using, unfortunately. But these barracks...
We are now almost 32 minutes in the game, and 1-1 even only has been started.
Yeah.
Which is quite late, but knowing that that's the only upgrades of him, while Tourgasm has 3 of armor upgrades for his Ravens, making them taking a lot more hits.
Yeah.
He could take this gold back for a little bit and drop a mule, even though mules don't really mine more on gold than SCVs would do.
Yeah, definitely.
He would get some mineral.
Sensor Seeker's going off again. He'll pull that load pack out.
Now also Tourgasm is able of establishing his fort in the bottom almost.
Yeah, like Necroshader has to be a little more aware. There should be kind of like a Marine just at each other base so that he knows when anything's being taken. These Hellbats are on a mission on the lower side of the map, and he gets caught moving them out. This could be a big pickup if he does chase them all down. But they do have +3 armor, which makes them pretty resilient.
Yeah.
If he does come up, though, he's just going to turn around directly into him, and he's on move command. Necroshader was on move for a little too long there.
He still managed to clean up most of them.
Yeah.
But there are at the moment 12 Ravens on the field, and 4 more are joining, which will bring the total to 16 Ravens. This planetary will deal with the Hellbats.
He just sits there, well.
I think Tourgasm should ignore this one and go to the turrets. Or to the mineral lines, even though this fort is also nearly mined out as well.
Does clear that all up. And at least seeing those Hellbats has now kicked Necroshader into full Hellbat production. He's actually now using the factories yet again, and using them for Hellbats in this huge forest.
He doesn't have blue flame for them, which makes his Hellbats less effective than his opponent.
Not to mention the lack of the armor and upgrades.
Also, yeah. +1 attack for his Hellbats and so on are now incoming for Tourgasm. And Tourgasm is finally doing what I was thinking of a while ago, is dropping a massive amount of turrets inside of the main base.
Yeah.
They deal so much damage. it's nearly impossible to defend from having so many map turrets in your base, because everything that pops dies almost instantly.
Yeah,
Still has a lot of
this could easily
barracks.
just clear up all the production.
He still has 6 barracks between the gold and the third phase.
Looks like Necroshader is just actually bum rushing the front though, and I think he this time will just break through it. The Ravens are not in place to do anything about it.
No, but they are coming back home now.
Yeah.
There are still 3 Ravens just above the third base doing nothing, having 200 and 200 energy each. But they are quite all low on health.
Clear
The
this out.
production of Necroshader is just getting destroyed.
And yeah, the splash going off here.
This is just, oh, look at those explosions. They just destroy the entire army. A widow mine going off, another widow mine going off, just the entire main base in pieces. Necroshader was doing an amazing job. Just massive amount of Ravens destroyed like half of his production.
Yep, that's kind of the way it works, unfortunately.
He is now dropping a massive amount of turrets in his natural, but technically he could kind of ignore it, because it's mined out at all.
Yeah, there's really no reason to defend that particular spot. He really actually needs another base. His third is mined out. His fourth is almost mined out, and he's not really mining from it. He's going to get in a position of being mined out really quickly.
Yeah, this gold base is still available for him, as well as this lower 5th base.
It's we got Tourgasm now switching into battle cruisers.
Ooh, we can see a fusion core dance.
Was this fun?
Yeah.
Fusion core doing the Yamato. Excellent, excellent.
Which is going to be amazing, even though they like the damage. The weapon upgrades, he's researching them. They already have the armor upgrade, which makes them nearly unkillable, which they already almost were, so...
Yeah, exactly. And with only the +1 upgrades on the bio, there's not even that many Marines anymore, really.
+2 is now starting for them, but +1 for... +1 for his helmet.
Comes this again, and he's got to... Yeah, he's just going to lose everything again.
Necroshader had this game all the front, and then...
Yeah.
I think like 5 turrets in his main could have saved him easily, but...
Yeah.
And now, yeah, more turrets are getting placed at the remaining production. Because there are only 6 barracks left on the map, so...
Yeah. I wonder if Necroshader will ever, whether it will occur to him to make a ghost to just EMP these.
I don't think he's thinking about it, and at this point it's going to be very, very hard to make some ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, when your last 6 barracks are getting camped on, it's not the best thing. It's just Marines dying from turrets. It's
he's making 4 starports all at once. I think he's going to try this Viking thing again.
Which could be nice.
Good. Yeah, they're good against battle cruisers. You can kite the battle cruisers down for sure.
Yeah, but he's behind in upgrades.
Yeah.
Just +2 ended for Tourgasm, and if he starts his +3 right now, it will be even harder for Necroshader to do anything about it.
And he's mined out. That bank is all of a sudden gone, and he has no real income to speak of. And Tourgasm is now
doing
going
an
to walk
amazing
over.
job.
Yeah.
And there's GG.